Hello, welcome to class. Today we are going to be looking at the nth term of an arithmetic progression. The nth term of an arithmetic progression. Conventionally, we denote the first term of an arithmetic progression by the letter A, and we denote the common difference by the letter D. Now, the nth term of an arithmetic progression is usually given by the formula T of n equals to A plus n minus 1 D. This is the formula for the nth term of an arithmetic progression, where A is called the first term, D is called the common difference, n is called the number of terms of the sequence, and T of n is called the nth term or the last term. I want you to note T of n is called the nth term, and we can also call it the last term of the sequence. Now, I want you to also recall that the common difference D is usually given by the formula second term minus first term. We established this in the last lecture, and we also say that the common difference can also be given as the third term minus the second term, or you can say the fourth term minus the third term, and so on. I want you to note, very importantly here, that the formula for the nth term of an arithmetic progression, which is T of n equals to A plus n minus 1 D, can also be written as L, which is last term, equals to A plus n minus 1 D. So these two formulas means the same thing. Okay, now let's look at some classical problems. Let's apply this formula to solve some problems. So problem A. First, we're going to be solving WAEC 2006 objective question 35. The question says, what is the 23rd term of the arithmetic progression? What is the 23rd term of the arithmetic progression? Okay, now the sequence is minus 7, minus 3, 1, and so on. So we are asked to find the 23rd term. Remember, this is an arithmetic progression, so this is an AP. Okay, now from this problem, we can see that the first term, what's our first term? The first term A is this first number, which is minus 7. Now, what's our common difference? Common difference, our common difference D is equals to, remember, we said second term minus first term. That's minus 3 minus the first term is what? Minus 7. And of course, this will give us minus 3 minus 7 is what? Plus 7. So minus 3 plus 7 gives us what? 4. So the common difference is 4. Remember, we are asked to find what? The 23rd term. So what are we looking for? We're looking for T23. That's what we're looking for. So it means that our n in this case is what? 23. So using the formula that the nth term of an AP is given as T of n equals to A plus n minus 1 D. So now, therefore, this means that T of 23, because we're looking for the 23rd term, remember n here is 23, is equals to, what's the first term? The first term here is what? Minus 7 plus n minus 1. So our n is what? 23 minus 1, and the common difference is what? 4. So that's times 4. So when we simplify this, we can get minus 7 plus 23 minus 1 is what? 22. Then times 4. So on simplifying this, we have minus 7 plus 22 times 4. That gives us what? 88. So we now get minus 7 plus 88 gives us what? 81. And that's the answer. So we can conclude that the 23rd term of the arithmetic progression is equals to what? 81. So from the option, you can see that the answer is what? C. I hope you understand what I just explained. I want you to go over it again and make sure you get it. Okay, Can we progress to the next question? Okay, let's look at the next question. The next question says, find the number of terms in the arithmetic progression, AP. Find the number of terms in the arithmetic progression. Okay, now the arithmetic progression, what we are given is 2 minus 9, look up, 2 minus 9, then minus 20, dot, 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 and then minus 141. Remember that this is what? An arithmetic progression. That's an AP. And the question is, find the number of terms. That means we're looking for n, right? N is what we're looking for, the number of terms of this sequence. And of course, you can see that the first term A is what? Is this first, which is what? 2. And then, because it is an arithmetic progression, therefore it has a common difference. So the common difference, let's call the common difference D, right? So the common difference D is what? Remember we said second term minus first term, or third term minus second term. So whichever one will still give you the same thing. So second term minus first term, that's minus 9 minus the first term, which is what? 2. So minus 9 minus 2, that gives us what? Minus 11. So our common difference is what? Minus 11. From this problem, you can see that we are given the last term. So this sequence truncates here, it stops here. That means this is called the last term. So we can say that the last term, L, is given as what? Minus 141. Remember, we are asked to find the n. So using the formula, I established this formula earlier, that the nth term, also called the last term, is given as what? A plus n minus 1 D. Okay, so this implies that our last term here is what? Minus 141 equals to, what's our first term? Our first term is what? 2. So this is 2 plus, we're looking for n, remember? So that's n minus 1 times the common difference is minus 11. So that's minus 11. Now let's simplify this. So this is minus 141 equals to 2 plus, of course, we have to do the multiplication first. Minus 11 times n, that gives us what? Minus 11n. Then minus 11 times minus 1, that gives us what? Plus 11. On further simplification, we have minus 141 equals to, when you collect like terms, 2 plus 11. That's what? 13. Then minus 11n. Okay? So if I move this 13 over here, I will have minus 141. Remember, when plus sign cross the equality sign becomes minus. So minus 13 equals to what? Minus 11n. Okay, so if you add this together, minus 141 minus 13, that should give us what? Minus 141 minus 13. Let me confirm that. Okay, that should give me minus 154. Okay, so this gives me minus 154 equals to what? Minus 11n. Remember, we're looking for n. So we can now divide both sides by minus 11 because 11 is standing with n. So divide both sides by minus 11. So I'll have minus 154 over minus 11 equals to minus 11n over minus 11. Of course, you can see this and this goes. Then minus 154 minus over minus 11, that gives us what? 14. So it means 14 equals to n. So it means that n equals to 14. So from the question, we're told that we were asked to find the numbers of terms. So the numbers of terms of this arithmetic progression is what? 14. That's the answer. And from the option, the answer is D. I hope you understand what I just explained. Okay, so we're going to stop here for today. Let me give you something to play with. Look at the leisure work. There are some YA questions here. I want you to attempt them. The first question says, what is the 25th term of the sequence? And the second question says, find the 9th term of the arithmetic progression. Of course, you can see. And then the third question says, find the fourth term of an AP whose first term is 2 and the common difference is 0.5. You can solve these questions easily, conveniently, if you understand what I have just explained. Okay, so pause this lecture, solve these questions, and then look at the answer in the next slide. So see you in our next class. In our next lectures, we're going to be looking at further problems on arithmetic progression. See you in our next lecture. Thank you for your attention.